He sent the email at 6:42 a.m. Subject line, "It's over." Inside, divorce papers. Attached, one photo. Him, shirtless, lounging on the deck of our lake house. Her, half wrapped in my favorite linen throw. The caption beneath, "The house is mine now." I stared at the screen. My coffee was still hot. I didn't cry, didn't throw anything. I simply typed back, "You sure about that?" Then I blocked him. Everywhere. The silence after that was clean, like the pause between a match strike and the fire. We met 12 years ago at a charity gala. He was all confidence and tailored suits, and I was still naive enough to mistake charm for character. He made me laugh that night, said I had the kind of eyes that didn't forgive easily. He wasn't wrong. He built an empire from nothing, or so he said. I built the life around it. I learned how he liked his coffee, how to calm him before a deal, how to read his tells when he lied. I told myself that was love, learning the battlefield of another person. When I found the first trace of her, a lipstick stain on his cuff, not mine, I didn't confront him. I cataloged it, like evidence. By the time his lies turned sloppy, I already knew her name. Kelsey, 24, marketing assistant. I'd even met her once when he brought her to the firm's Christmas party, claiming she was helping out with branding. She'd shaken my hand with both of hers, soft palms and a trembling smile. I remember thinking she'd been coached to do that. The betrayal wasn't the affair, it was the arrogance. The assumption that I would crumble quietly while he replaced me in my own life. So I didn't react. I planned. First, I reviewed every account, every title, every asset. I'd handled the finances for years. His trust in my competence was absolute. He thought signing over the lake house to me had been a tax optimization move. I let him keep thinking that. Next, I called my lawyer. Discreetly. I didn't want to win in court. I wanted to win before it ever reached one. Then I started collecting. Screenshots of his infidelity, business records showing funds siphoned from joint accounts to his mistress's consulting firm. Quietly, I transferred what was rightfully mine into separate holdings. Not hidden, just repositioned. He'd left for the lake house that week, bragging about needing time to think. I gave him all the time he wanted. 3 months passed before he came back. He arrived without warning, smelling of salt, sunburned, bloated on confidence. The locks clicked behind him like a verdict. "Why didn't you answer any of my calls?" he asked, the smile already fading. I looked up from my laptop. "You mean since you sent me divorce papers with your girlfriend in my blanket?" His brow twitched. "It's our blanket." I smiled. "Not anymore." He glanced around. The furniture was gone, the art, even the rug he'd imported from Istanbul. What remained was deliberate, emptiness, and echo. "What did you do?" he asked, voice dropping. "I prepared," I said simply. He tried bluster first, threats about lawyers, ownership, rights. Then he checked his phone, his accounts, his email, and one by one the color drained from his face. The company funds he'd used to pay for his vacations? Flagged. The investment account he thought was secret? Under audit. The lake house title? Transferred entirely to my name 6 months ago. He'd signed it himself. He looked at me then, truly looked, as if seeing a stranger in his home. "You planned this?" he whispered. "I adapted," I said. He tried one last move, pleading. Said we could fix it, start over. But every word sounded like an old song played on a broken radio. I'd already moved on. I'd already won. When he finally left, he didn't slam the door. He just stood there for a moment, staring at the house he thought he owned, realizing every stone, every beam, every quiet corner was mine. A week later, I received a short email from his attorney. Subject line, settlement. Attached, his signature. No contest. I opened a bottle of wine that night. Cheap but cold. Sat on the deck of the lake house, the same one he'd posed on, and watched the water turn gold with sunset. People think revenge is fire, wild, consuming. But mine was ice, clean, controlled, precise. He took my trust. I took his certainty. He wanted to own me. Now, every inch of what he loved is owned by me. I still keep that first photo he sent, him and her, smiling like they'd won. Sometimes I look at it before bed, not with anger, but with satisfaction. Because the house behind them, that's mine. And so is the peace that came after.